Got
I
you.
was following along with you. It was great. Hi, we're chair dancing to my intro. At least two of us are. Because hey, why not? I'm Trina of Trina's Technobabble. You might know that because, well, my name's right here. Welcome to my channel. Finally, I was going to do this week and then I had a couple rough days, so it didn't get done. But we're doing it today, and I'm trying to squeeze it in between two other streams tonight. So I could have actually started this at 5, but I was like, I've already said to everybody it's at 6 o'clock, so 6 o'clock it is. Hi, welcome. Joining me today on the stream, we have the one and only Dana, who we will be geeking out together this coming Sunday at the Junk Independence Day for 6 hours, where people bring in computer stuff and give it away for free. Free! Yeah! So super excited to hang out with Dana, super excited to hang out with Cass, who's in the chat, because Cass is coming in to stay with me tomorrow, which works out really well because Cass, guess who's getting 9 Mac Pros tomorrow? Hi. It might be when you're here, so I might need some help. Yeah. There will be pictures and several Discord channels, so stay tuned to see what I get. Also joining me all the way from the other side of the pond, we have Mark of Millennium Max.
Good evening.
Is that your YouTube channel?
It will be one day.
Sweet. And then we have the one and only super gay 3D printer top socket wench. Hello.
Hello. This
And
is my
I
biggest
love...
fan, by the way. See? It says fan on there.
Nice. Very nice. Love it.
Meow.
So,
loves the boy coaster emoji.
So let's talk about my last series of streams, which was on a POS machine, which was a POS of a thing to work on. It went back to the client. My last stream was putting the connector doodle on, getting that soldered on. Everything worked. I put it all back together. I'm missing a piece of plastic and I can't find it at all. Don't know where it went. It just ether. Somewhere in the ether. But yeah, they came, picked it up on Saturday because I did the stream on Friday, I think it was. They came, picked it up on Saturday, showed them it working. They were super happy. Showed them the problem with one of the power supplies, only 12 volt. You need 24. Don't use this one. So they were going to give it back to their boss and let them deal with it. So.
Yay.
So yeah, that's the news. So this is my solder wick. After that whole debacle of sucking out solder, this is running low. So I ordered a new solder wick. This is the envelope it came in. There's the size of the package.
Classic Amazon.
Thanks, Amazon. Yeah. But I did order.
Yeah, I've had that before where I've ordered like a USB charger that's like this big and it came in a box like this with like 8 miles of rolled up paper in it.
Yep.
That's not the worst one I've had, though. The worst one I've had was someone sent me an impact driver in an envelope that size, and the envelope failed, so I just got an envelope afterwards.
Oh, yeah, that's happened to me as well. I bought something on eBay. It was a Thunderbolt to HDMI capture device. And it was just an Amazon envelope with nothing in it by the time it turned up. They just shoved it in one of those cardboard Amazon envelopes and taped it up, and it just come untaped in transit, and the thing flown out somewhere. And it wasn't in the envelope. Just wasn't there. Gone, departed, left the chat.
Just bear with me one sec. No. Okay. Cool. All right. So next thing of business we're going to talk about. Let me show a website. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to select. Well, I guess I'm doing. Let's do the entire screen because whatever. Okay. Allow. Hi. Welcome to. Yeah. So Rudy of Rudy's Retro Intel, with help from Gutbomb and Steve of Mac 84 fame, has built this Mac SE Peaker Diagnostic Kit. This is Joe's site, because this is where I stole all the information for it from my site. They will be going live next week. I'm checking with Joe. I made my site, but then I like, oh, it's not in stock yet. He hasn't got his, so, but he's got at least. So yeah, it looks all fancy when you get it. If I can get this photo to do anything, there we go. That's what it does. It tells you voltage and all kinds of fun stuff.
It's got many blinking lights.
It's got very many blinky lights. Yeah.
So a new bus detector.
It's
Diagnostic.
PDS. It's PDS because it's on an SE30. They don't have a new bus, but it's it's basically sits on the CPU bus and tells you everything that's happening.
Yep. I'm going to show one off here in a sec, but I'm going to just bring. That doesn't really bring. But I will be using this photo on mine as well because I got permission from Gutbomb because I didn't know where this came from. So the board comes as is. So you have your. Let me make myself big and show this off. Ba-doom. There we go. I can't see me, but yeah. So you got it. It's a kit. You have to put it together yourself. It's 80 USD or pretty much the equivalent on my site. I reduced it by $1. So, but yeah. So I have 2 of them in stock. This one is actually earmarked for somebody, and it comes with the bag of goodies to start around.
Nice.
So I talked to Joe today about when he's going to put them up. He said next week, early next week. So I will have them available on the same day on computerswithpride.ca, which if you go to trinastech.com, you'll be able to find the linkadoodle to my website. Okay, so that's that. I just need somewhere to put it besides up my arse. And then the next thing we're going to talk about, I actually have links to in the stream or in the description. Is let me change my cameras.
All things DG. If you order a bunch for the UK, for UK people, put me down for one.
If you're ordering them, order them from me. It's cheaper for me to ship them to the UK than US to UK. And I'm not trying to just like undersell Joe on that one, but the person that's buying it from me is in Norway, and the reason he's buying it from me in Norway, we did price comparing and shipping. It's way cheaper for me to ship it to him.
Yeah.
So
everything going in and out of America is screwed right now.
So, yeah.
But literally and figuratively.
And hi, Slippy.
Hi,
Hello.
Slippy.
Hello.
Yeah, so, Rudy.
I'm sorry I'm late, Trina, but
That's okay.
I got distracted.
That's okay.
And
Rudy, the reason my site isn't updated yet is because I checked with Joe earlier, as I was saying, and Joe isn't going to have them in stock until early next week. So I didn't want to put them on my site and have them for sale in advance because I've already got the whole site ready to go for people to buy. So, and hey, Javier. So I'm just keeping up with Joe. Once Joe says I got them in stock, I'll be putting them up. So, this thing is amazing. This is made by Tech Ambrosia. If you don't know who Tech Ambrosia is, go check out her channel. She does a lot of great videos.
She's the Disney princess version of Trina.
Yes. Yeah. She's a little nicer than I am. She doesn't tell people just to go fuck off. But she's made this great device. Now there's links for both. You can either 3D print this. There's a couple of models, and I just realized I should have had that page up, and I don't. So just bear with me one sec.
Oh, dude.
So you can 3D print this yourself. If you don't have a 3D printer, you can go to jcm-1.com. This is going to feel like just an ad for Joe's site all day. Let me share the link.
Oh, I didn't get my plug in.
Yeah, right?
jcm-1.com.
There you go. Let me go here and allow. But you can see the different variations of it. So these are called test benches. So what you do is you put your motherboard on the top, the power supply goes on the bottom, and you put in like 4 screws, and everything stays in the motherboard, and pretty much it all stays together. So there are, Joe will print them. She's also got a few other things. But there is a link to this page as well as her 3D printable page. So you can print it yourself in the description. So I highly recommend it. It's great because a couple times this week I've had to take photos, and I use my bench for photos, and I use this area for photos. So all I had to do was just simply unplug a few of the peripherals like the keyboard, mouse, network cable, and the video cable that was going into the card that I've been testing. And basically everything else, it just lifts off, and your power cable. And then the whole thing just lifts off as one unit. You don't have to like fiddle with a motherboard and a power supply. And hey, Gapon. Hey, dorks yourselves. So yeah, go if you're looking for something that I've had this for a while now, and I've never used it. Because usually I'm just testing one video card at a time. I have 9 of these suckers to test. And I'm like, I'm not, if I need to take this off, I don't have to do it up. So I decided this time to stick it in this, and it's been amazing. So highly recommend.
Does look cool. I should be banging one of those on my 3D printer this weekend.
Got bombed. There's links in the description of this video as well. So Amber and I were already talking today. So in order to do my soldering, we're going to take this off my bench. And I'll show you just how easy it is. So I've been having to get into Windows, so I got a mouse plugged in. I've also been running mem test on these video cards. Yes, there's a memory test for video cards.
Because they have memory. And that's usually the part that breaks, in my experience.
Well, that's the thing. So I had a video card once that I put in a computer, and everything was all tickety-boo. And I never tested the memory on it. I didn't do the video stress memory test. And then about 2 days later, I got a call, or I got a message or whatever. The video card doesn't work. So they brought me the computer back, and I did the memory test, and it failed within the first 5 seconds. So
Trina knows all the memory tests.
I do.
What do you use for doing the memory tests on video cards? Just out of interest.
It is so there's a video memory stress test that comes with Ultimate Boot CD.
Ah, right, okay.
But I just use that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look at that.
And also, a bit of jank. I have the SSD that has Windows 10 on it. There's only one hole for the screw, so it's there. But it's an SSD, so I'm not really worrying about it falling off or anything. Let me just take the card out before I.
True fact.
Before I do anything else. Da-da-da-da. But this, yeah, has been great because twice this week I've had to remove it from the bench and it just take out a couple of things and whiz bang, it is done. Highly recommend. So by mining a small fortune, yeah, that's how I'm testing them. Gut bomb. I'm mining a small fortune.
With the emphasis on small.
Very small, yeah.
This week I have made 0.05525 reoccurring of a Bitcoin.
Okay, cool. So let me just get up for a sec, and I gotta move that somewhere out of the way. I got everything else. Yeah. So yeah, see, and then it's basically it's a desktop without it being a desktop.
It's a desktop without the bits in the way.
Yeah. And I've also had to do, because this was an early version of it, I had to, let me show you. There was a triangle that stuck out here, like straight back, that prevented the card from going in. And then also, I don't know how we're gonna, let me turn this around. Maybe I can see it better. There was an issue with the card, with the feet on the, let me show you. With these things,
Yeah.
it's not going down all the way. So I took a drill and drilled out a thingamadoodle. I can't think of the word.
A recess.
Yeah, like a trench. That's the word I'm looking for, like a trench, and drilled that out. So the card now fits in perfectly. But that was I had a bit of fun because I got to use a drill.
Yeah.
More power.
Unlimited power.
So yeah, so that's been the fun. So I highly recommend it if you're going to do a lot of testing, especially a lot of video cards. But as I said, normally I just test one and then I'm done. So I don't really dig this out. Okay, just hold on. I'll be right back.
Socket wench, did you 3D print that organizer or did you buy it somewhere?
All right.
You mean this thing?
Mm-hmm.
It's a series of old spools, and I just used whatever junk filament I had lying around to make all these drawers. You can
Nice.
get
Nice.
you can get open SCAD versions of them, so you can actually just program them to be whatever you want.
Oh, okay. That's
I put
cool.
this in my toolbox for all the little parts because I didn't have a bench then, and my bench is still a work in progress now.
But it is it is, after all, Socket Wench, a workbench. So it's always a work in progress.
Everything's a work in progress here.
I'll stop
The house hasn't fallen over.
I'll stop talking at this point. Okay,
Eh.
let's turn on my Fanamadoodle. Is it still plugged in? It is still plugged in. Sweet. Cool. So, let's make me big again with my arm. So, everybody remember this board? No? Yes?
Oh, yeah.
Let's
I
make
think
people
I had
sick,
one of these
shall we?
new.
What's that, sorry?
I think I had one of these new.
It's an Asus P4. Oh, I hate Asus because they make their 5s and S's look the same. I think it's P4S533.
Yes.
Yep, I had one of these new.
So I got it a while back in a beige case, and it would just turn on, but it wouldn't beep. It wouldn't do anything. I couldn't see like a boot screen. And then before I took out so there was 1, 2, 3. This one's been replaced. 3 caps that were popped. And before I started working on it, I'm like, look, it doesn't work. And then I turned it on and it worked. But somebody said they think that the caps here are just for the PCI card, like slots. So, one of the usual people that join my stream, CDI, is over in Japan, which is why he can't be here tonight. But he did make a comment, which I liked. He said, if only there was a PCI slot test, like mem test, that you could run for hours. I thought that was kind of cool. There needs to be one. So, for you programmers out there, let's do it.
There might be a hardware test of a PCI.
Well, I have a PCI card that I'm just going to use that I know works.
Okay.
But I'm going to put...
Why don't you put a PCI video card in it and then test the PCI video?
That's exactly what I'm going to do. You're already ahead of me, Sloop.
I'm not as dumb as I look.
Thank
or as
God.
better testing has indicated.
Thank God. It's hard to get this behind her.
Trina's going for the double, triple, extra.
I'm going
Don't want to melt the PCI slot tape approach.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could only get it. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Hey, Francois.
Down here.
That is a most astute observation of you.
No, it's not a Mac. Nope, you are correct. Also, I wanted to say hi to Mike's Future Retro, who I saw pop in. And hi, Rudy. I don't think I said hi to Rudy. I just kind of like told Rudy why they're not on my website yet. But yeah. So that's why they're not there. I'm also going to, because I'm going to use some hot air. So I'm going to cover these things over because the holes are like right there and that's there.
Yeah.
And
yeah, Francois, it's a good thing you're here because I don't think she would have noticed.
What's that?
That it's not a Mac.
Oh. Time to go. Okay.
Wow.
Have a good night, Rudy. Yeah, I'm so glad you told me it's not a Mac. I would have never guessed. Okay, so we're gonna do that. I'm also gonna cover over the black one in the back. And also this one. Before I do anything, because what my plan is, I had success with my the POS board doing this, because these ones are on the.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Where is my vehicle?
In the driveway. Where you want it?
All right, so I'm just gonna mute you for a bit. While you talk. There we go.
I go and talk to you and you mute me. Thanks.
Well, I thought you were busy talking to Offspring.
Offspring. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
That's my sister.
Oh, I'm not really looking. I just thought it was like a young kid. That's all.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Well, she's really old. She's like in her 60s or 70s.
Matter. I'm
Shut up, would you?
So everyone's young to her.
All right, and at that point, we mute Sleepy again. Making rude comments like that. So, as I was starting to say, on the POS board, I did have success using these things. They're individual, not that. And using the hot air gun and poking it through. So that's because they were on the ground plane. That's the word. I keep calling it heat shield, but ground plane. And that's what these ones are on as well. But I did have success doing it that way. So I'm going to try doing it that way tonight. Ta-da! And see if I can get those two because the two on the left, like there's one on the right and one on the left. The one on the left is on both of them, I think, are on a ground plane. So
That'd make sense
yeah.
because they're both negative.
Yep.
So they'll be.
So try not to take
Also,
over.
for anybody who's looking for those particular tools, I think those are the steel
I can
things.
remember.
Steel cleaning rods for welding torch tips. If I remember right.
I think you are correct, but don't quote me again on that. Okay, so let me get a few things rearranged here because I've been testing video cards and don't have this as organized as I wanted to be today, but that's okay. We're allowed to be a little disorganized.
Because you're a trainer.
Exactly.
I don't know. I think my bench is more disorganized than hers right now.
We're going to have a bench off.
Desk. Hello. It's like chaos.
All right, let's put that there. We're going to do this way. I'm going to find my cutters so I can raise it up a bit. Ta-da! You probably can't see what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, you can. Yay, look at that. Okay, and I think I stole the power. You're going to move a bit. I think I stole the power cable out of the back of this, and I didn't plug it back in, but that's okay. I can never remember how this goes in. Ta-da! We have power. Ta-da! So we're going to turn on the hot air gun. Actually, before we do that, let's move the scissors out of the way. Let's move that out of the way. As you can tell, I've been working on video cards, in case you didn't know. And have not been doing any soldering. Okay. Before I turn on the soldering iron, let's look. I can touch it. I can be like one of those memes. No? No?
Look, I can be like one of those. Ah!
Yeah, right? It's off. I mean, there's electricity to it, but it's off. So
The angry pixies have not reached the end of the soldering iron.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta move this over because it's right against my printer, and I don't need to melt my printer. How about no?
Most printers deserve to be melted, to be fair.
No, this one's actually been pretty good.
Don't say that. Next time you want to print something, it'll stop working.
Yeah, I know. And I gotta print a label tomorrow for shipping to Frodo Jedi. Okay. So.
Are you sending it to Coruscant?
What's that, sorry?
I said, are you sending it to Coruscant?
Yes. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, is there one with a hole?
To Frodo Jedi. Jedi Temple, 1 Jedi Street, Coruscant.
Okay. Hang tight, I gotta see. Okay, so that one has a hole in it. Okay, great. So this is what I did last time. I opened it up and I went, because they all look both the same size. When you just look, well, I mean, you can tell there's a couple thinner ones, but I'm gonna try to find something.
They are all different sizes, honest.
Yeah, I know. But they
don't
looking
look
at them quickly. Yeah. Trying to see if I can find the one that I used for the last time I did this. Okay. That one's also cleaned up, maybe. Nope. Okay. Ah. Oh. No, that's not. That's too big.
It is too large.
I'm just trying one with a hole that is already cleaned out. There we go. Okay. I found it. So then what I do is I just put the rest of them back in with that one sticking out because that's the one that fit, and I close it. Ta-da. And then that's the only one sticking out. And then what I'm going to do is just put a bit of flux on it, and we're going to heat flux. Where did I put my flux? Oh. Uh-huh.
Put it back in the DeLorean.
Yeah. How the hell did I put my... Oh, there it is. It's just buried.
It's doing that hiding underneath things thing that
It
some
is.
stuff on your bench does when you're not looking.
I blame socket winch.
Hmm?
I just blame you.
Oh, go ahead. Lots of people
Okay.
blame me for stuff.
Okay, cool. I got permission. You heard it here first, folks.
I hereby
Right? Okay, so
grant the
this bad boy.
undersigned permission to blame me for having an untidy bench.
All right, I got to take it off to heat it up. Okay, and grab that. And let's see how much better I can make that look. So, you guys can kind of see them. Sorry, they're kind of hidden behind the tape.
Yarp.
Okay.
They're also hidden behind your name as well.
Yeah,
I want to move the camera down a smidge. That's better.
the tape is moving.
Yes.
Woo, that's stinky. There we go. That's one. Right. I don't think I'm in the hole. There we go. Perfect. That's two.
That's more than one.
Yeah. And that's fine. Already fine. Ah. I cannot get it started. That's the problem. Try it. Let's see, hold it the other way. There we go. There we go. Smells like a dentist.
What, like the room or the person?
Like when they're drilling into your teeth.
Ha ha! Don't say.
Yeah, I know.
Trigger warning!
Ah.
I'm not squeamish about dentists, but even I don't like that.
All right. Let's see how they look up to light.
Don't you disappear on the floor. No! Stop it! Come back. Especially you don't want to lose the screws out of this power book.
No, I didn't get
Specifically.
that. I didn't get that second hole. Okay. Okay, let's get it heated back up. I'm gonna actually, before I do that, I'm gonna add some more flux. And you guys can't see what I'm doing because I moved the board. Sorry. Let me do that again. So this hole here on the white side is being a, or on the, sorry, on the dark side is being a pain.
The dark side.
I blame the dark side. The Borg. It's always the
The
Borg.
dark side of the Force
There we go.
gives people access to some skills people consider to be unnatural. Something like that.
Okay, so let's get the hot air gun back up the temp. We're just waiting. There we go.
I think that's all screws.
Wow. There we go. I think that's it. Let's take a look. At least it went through.
Ah,
No, but that one still won't clean out. I'll try some wick on it. Turn on my. Gonna heat it up with the iron. Yeah. It just will not stay cleaned out. Try it one more time. Oh, yeah, okay, now you have to jump. It goes through.
yeah, the problem is that it's going through and then the solder's running back into it when you pull it out
I
again because
know.
you're not yeah, you're probably right. You probably need a bit of solder wick and just pull some of the solder out of the hole. I'm here advising you, desperately trying to sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, good. I'm gonna see what it looks like now.
That does not look healthy. Why are you? Oops.
You are just being a pain in the patoot, is what you're doing.
I mean,
That's what you're doing.
oh shoot.
So I'm gonna try the.
What the? Wow. Oh, it's just speaker.
I can, yeah. I could be using K files. I could be using K files. If we could get them in Canada. Hey, CDI. Welcome, welcome. We were talking about you earlier. So it's a Pentium 4 motherboard, but I'm just having issues trying to get one of the holes cleared out. The other one plays nice. Wonder if I leave it kind of, I can. I'm going to try it standing up. I still have the heatsink on it, so with the fan. So I'm going to try it standing up and try to figure out where those holes are. we were talking about how you're having a wonderful trip over in Japan. You did nothing wrong, I swear.
Yet.
I can't see what I'm doing. That's my problem. Okay, this is not a good idea because I can't see what the hell I'm doing. With the Kapton tape and everything around it, I can't see a single thing that I'm doing when it's standing up. Okay, standing up is not a good idea for this one. Yeah, it's this hole that's being the pain in the patoot. I wonder if I'm going to heat it up for a sec. Okay. I need to get, sorry, I'm not going to be able to see for a sec because I just need to get my hands in there. It is being, oh, okay. Don't put your hand against the iron or the hot air station. It's hot.
I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest. Tried it myself. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend.
All right, let's see how that's doing. Nope. It is being a pain.
Just trying to think how you can get the solder to drop out the hole. Is there any way you could heat
Well,
the hole?
I got it lifted up on here, so it's like in between the things. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I was trying that idea. And it worked for the other one. It's just this one is being
Annoying.
a royal pain in the patoot.
You could almost do this like heating it up till the solder melts and then tapping the board on something just to
Yeah.
like pick it up and dropping it a little bit just to
That
knock
never
it to see
seems
if
to
you
work
get
for me. Yeah.
Yeah, see if you can get it to drop
Hey,
out.
Sedmak. The 15 pound.
You see, Sad Mac, it makes me glad to know that Bruce burns himself from time to time when he's doing soldering, because he's like Smackfu Jedi Master of Soldering and he still burns himself. That makes me feel a lot better.
What I need is a third hand. Anybody want to come over and help? Dana, you're close.
Sure.
Okay.
I can go get the car ready, I guess.
Yeah. What the hell? I need to see what I'm doing.
What in tarnation?
Oh, okay. So what is on the other side of that? trying to think of how to get that out of there.
It is late at night and my brain is in neutral.
My
There we
brain's
go.
in neutral most times, so. See, that one came out nicely. This one. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's the pain in the butt one. This one came out nicely. Pain in the butt one. And my camera wants to fall down. Great.
What you ought to do is set it up so that your camera just falls at exactly the right time and goes donk and hits the board
Yeah,
just as
right.
it melts.
Just yeah.
Just knock it out the hole. Is that charring on the PCI slot as well?
Yeah, it is. Whew.
Yeah.
That PCI slot might not be viable.
It looks okay, but it might nip up as it melts, which stops the card going in properly. But I don't know. Anyway.
Oh well, at least it's a Pentium 4 board. It's not like I'm messing things up that badly. All right, I'm just gonna move this camera out of the way because it's literally in my way. Please stand by. Oh yeah, that really melted. Oh shitballs. I think I got it. I think I got it.
By Jove, I think she's got it.
It's good. Ish.
I mean, at the end of the day, if the wire from the lead will go through it, it's okay.
I mean, yeah, I was
it
thinking.
won't be as big as the hole, so.
I was thinking like trying to put it in and then like using the hot air gun. Do the same kind of trick.
I think given the damage that's starting to occur with the hot air gun, it's.
Well, I can't get any worse.
You think?
Now the question is, which is negative and which is positive?
Look at the one you put in the other day. It'll tell you.
Oh yeah. Ow! The board's hot.
So don't do that. That's hot.
Okay, so the white is okay. White on this. Okay, gotcha. Oh, you guys can't see a thing. Hi, look at my solder wick. Okay, so this one over here, this one should just go in. Oh no. This one will not go in. Why is there a dime?
Balderdash.
Where?
Just threw a screw on the floor.
Okay, I swore I could have saw through that one though. Both holes, yeah. Okay. Ow. Board's still hot. And I keep touching it.
Status update, still hot.
Yeah. And the pin just will not fit through. Really?
That was hard to solder.
What's that?
So I have this strip of NeoPixels, but I clipped this one so that there is almost no copper left. So I think I got all of the little tiny wires soldered on.
Nice.
Maybe it will work now.
We're all just having adventures in soldering tonight. So.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my hot air gun back up. Because for some reason, you can't see what I'm looking at. For some reason on this one here, which you can't really see, but that one right here. Oh, sorry, that one. even though both holes look cleaned out, the black side is just being just that much of a pain in the patoot. So I'm going to heat it up and then
Can
do
I
what I did with the other thing and just kind of poke it through.
can I make a potential suggestion that might prevent further damage to that PCI slot?
Yeah.
Mask off the area around the holes on the back and do it from underneath.
Okay.
It
Just,
might be a
you
bit
know,
more difficult because you'll have to push the capacitor in from the top and heat it from underneath, so you'll have to stand the board up on its edge. But
yeah, which doesn't. I can't see what I'm doing when I'm doing that. So, but I know why I did that. So I'm just going to be careful.
Mm.
I can't see where the hole is now. That's great.
Just great. Why is it whenever you lose a screw on the floor when you're doing a job like this, you go under your desk and look for it and find every screw you've lost for the last 2 weeks except the one you're looking for?
There we go.
Got it.
Got it.
Sweet.
I think so. Oh. Right, now it's like soldered in there. And I didn't get the other one in.
Yarr. Creative bending ensues.
Oh.
Well, now you've got it in the hole, you can just put a soldering iron on it.
No, but I can't. I don't have it in both holes. That's the problem.
Yeah, you can put a soldering iron on it, heat the lead up, and just pull it out gently, and it'll just
There
lift
we
it
go.
up a little bit.
There we go.
Good stuff.
Well, maybe.
Possibly good stuff.
I'm going to try it from the other side now that I can at least see the pins. There we go. They're both through.
Woohoo!
So that's what I'm going to do with the other one as well. Okay. That's one. Put it in between that. Sorry, you can't see a thing I'm doing. But look, we got another one in.
Woohoo!
Ta-da! Oh yeah, that poor slot's. Oh, it's gone to shit now, hasn't it?
It's a little bit black.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Okay, let's do that. All right, let's try one more. Oh, there, one short than the other. Okay. Okay, sorry, you're gonna look at nothing for a sec while I try to do this.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's still hot.
Yeah. Thanks.
Anytime. Well, unless it's after midnight.
Oh,
It's nearly midnight.
fuck. Now the whole, no, what? Ah, shit, I'm burning cables and. This is getting frustrating. It won't go in the hole. Why won't you go in the friggin' hole? Now I can't get the white side in. There we go. Woohoo!
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I can. And I'm just gonna
I
stand it
believe
up
in
and
you.
just stand it up and just push it through from the other side. Ow! I'm catching first up.
Except it's really hot.
Yeah,
Still really hot.
yeah. There we go.
Who'd have thunk it?
There we go. All right. Let's show you after some melting of everything. Ta-da! They're in.
Woo!
And get this thing to stand up. There we go. They're in. Not exactly pretty, but they're in. Hey, Jesse. And hi, Francois. Wow, brain. So they're in. Now I just need to solder them. So let's do that, shall we? Do I have anything? Yeah, let's use that. Let's use plastic around soldering. What could possibly go wrong? I don't know how well you can see them. Maybe. So there's the last one I put in. And then I just had bent these ones down temporarily. Although I think it's kind of soldered in with the the other one, not wanting to clear out the hole. We got them in. Just hang tight. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
So you're burning your connectors?
I'm burning connectors. I'm burning my fingers. I'm burning everything.
It's alright, your fingers will grow back.
Remember
But this
that
is more. This is more like a P4 board. That's now I kind of know. Like I don't care if I damage it, kind of idea. It works, but
remember that if it smells like fried chicken, you're holding it wrong.
right. So I'm going to put a little solder on them, and we're going to call it, and then I'll snip them off. Oh yeah, snips are in front of me. Wow. It's one of those kind of streams. Can you tell?
Yes.
All right, pad on the might be lifted. Okay, so hold on here. Let me see if I can figure out Cass is the right pad on the right cap. My right or your right? Can anybody else figure that out?
That depends.
No,
All right,
right
I'm gonna
for anyone.
I'm gonna lift it up a bit.
Oh, the right pad on the right cap looks like it might be lifted.
And this is where we are looking at. So, right is here for me, or are we talking this one? Hey, Mark.
Also, Cass, is that on the top of the board or on the underneath as we're looking at it now?
Well, this was the angle when she made the comment, so
Yeah, but typing and not looking at the screen
Yeah.
and time and lag and whatever, it could have been.
true.
Hey, Sloopy.
Oh, Slippy's back. You can unmute yourself now.
Am I allowed to unmute myself? May I?
Oh, yeah,
Mother,
I muted. I just muted you because you were talking to your sister.
Mother, may I?
Yes.
I insulted you.
All right, so I'm going to flip the board
You just
over.
weren't listening.
I'm going to flip the board over for a sec.
Imagine that. Trina not listening to me.
And we're going to take off some of this Kapton tape because I don't need it now. Even though apparently where I needed it most is on top of that poor.
Some
you
of that,
melt it.
some of that
Connector.
melted nonsense on top of there might just be the tape that's melted, to be fair.
Yeah.
Doesn't like the tape took the brunt of it.
Those cats are not straight.
They're in, all right.
Yeah, exactly
Also the-
my thought, Mark. They're
Also,
in.
they've got those weird kinked legs that don't sit flush with the board as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
That's why you use long-nosed pliers.
Oh.
I'm surrounded by amateurs.
By the way, the tape didn't take the brunt of that one. That one got really melty.
Oh dear.
Let me see. I'll stand it up so you can kind of see it. Yeah.
Well, I can see it from here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, melty.
Scuffle.
You
Peas.
all to hell.
I would look in there with the flashlight and see if you managed to melt it enough to short them.
I was gonna say if
Or
I had a flashlight.
alternatively, just wait for the cloud of smoke when you turn it on.
I don't think I'm turning this back on. So. Oh yeah, that's. Okay, so this is gonna be a parts board.
Why?
But at least I've learned. Okay, I need to do
Or
better
what
taping.
not to do board.
Yeah.
Why is it going to be a parts board?
Because I can't sell it like as a non-working board with that. Oh, you can't see that. Focus.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Change the connector. That's easy to fix.
Yeah, change the connector.
More practice.
Yeah.
Or you can always unmelt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, in all seriousness, with those headers, you can usually, with a bit of enthusiasm, pull the plastic off them and slide another one on from another pair of headers.
Yeah, but the pins are not straight.
Yeah, you can straighten. You pull
Straighten
the
them.
plastic off, it'll straighten the pins. Because it's like friction fit. Pull it up, it'll pull them straight. That'll be alright.
Either way,
Maybe.
it's a Pentium 4 board. It's not worth, like, I'm not losing $1,000 on this board. Just $999 because I know what I got.
Oh my God! Save all the boards.
Save all the boards. I might just end up pulling it apart and selling it off for parts.
Every board's life matters.
Not this one's. Sorry.
In 20 years' time, that board will be worth thousands. No, it won't.
No.
It's like
If it works, it will be.
No, it'll be like the board that Trina worked on before she got famous.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Make it into an art piece.
I should melt it more.
Yeah. And here we see one of Trina's early impressionist pieces.
I like that. That's good.
No, I think it's more in the style of Monet.
Yeah. Yeah. Except it's not a clock.
Yeah, well, it's Monet because it's going to get monetized.
Monetized. Yay! But
I was thinking Monet because it was like kind of splotchy and melty.
Didn't Claude Monet do the one with the melting clocks, or was that somebody else?
No, that's Dalai Lama.
You have too much solder on the tip of your.
Yeah, I
No,
see that.
Salvador Dali. My bad. No, Monet is the one that makes like the pastels with like flowers and such,
Oh, yeah.
where it's like all like poofy and such.
Yes.
Pretty much how that piece looks.
Pointillism, correct?
Have no idea.
He just knows what he saw
My
in the
humanities
museum.
class was a long time ago.
What
This tip I think is too big.
I'm dead center Gen X. We didn't have such things.
Oh, I'm getting.
Humanity was telling you to get up and walk it off.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Don't cry. Nobody cares.
Yeah, there's blood. So what? Doesn't make you special.
Everybody's got that, and then get on with it.
Yeah.
I know about everybody hurts. I know everybody bleeds.
All right.
Yeah, the
let's
blood
these
coming
off.
out just pushes the dirt out of it, so you're good.
I mean, that is strictly actually true. So
Yes.
that's why wounds bleed. It's to get the muck out of them. But yeah, it's not necessarily particularly comforting when you've got a large hole in you and blood's coming out of it.
You don't have any flush cutters?
Nope.
Why not?
Next on your list.
You know what I need first?
What?
Money.
Details. Sell that board for half the price you were going to sell it, and then buy flush cutters.
Or trade it for 2 pairs of flush cutters.
There we go.
Because everyone needs some flesh cutters.
Yes, it's important.
All right, they're in. But we got a poorly melted board. It's sad.
I would send you a pair of flush cutters, Trina, but I can't afford the $900 in tariffs.
Tariffs are only for coming into the States, not going out.
Yeah, going out of the States, it's $900 in carriage instead.
That's what they make you want to think.
Oh,
Now remember that we're also charging tariffs because of the tariffs.
yes.
Yeah. They're charging taxes on the tariffs on the taxes.
I got my mind on my money. And no, sorry.
Yeah.
Don't be a menace to society while you're drinking your juice in the hood.
There you go. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. But, whoa, why am I did a lot better on that POS board.
Yeah, it's because it was worth money.
Yeah.
You cared more.
Yeah.
It's always a good motivator having someone else breathing down your neck if you get it wrong. Unfortunately.
Can I CNA? I still use it. Can I still use it? What do you mean? Can I still use it, Mike? I have $15 in Canadian cash money left over from 10 years ago. Yeah, of course you can still use it. As long as it's not pennies, you're fine.
What's Canadian cash money?
I'm assuming probably 10 and a 5.
It's made out of pressed maple leaves.
Oh, Mike's Future Retros in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, cheese and crackers.
Yep. Yeah, it's still It's still worth something. And if you wait a few months, it'll be worth more than $150 American. So hold on to it.
Just don't tell anyone you've got it. They might break into your house for it.
Right. Oh, and hello, Jean-Francois. And hello, Jesse. I don't think I said hi to you. Tim Hortons money. We used to have Canadian Tire money. Remember that, Frederick and Dana?
Oh yes, well, it still exists.
It does, but it's all virtual now. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
I remember being a kid and being super excited to find, like,
Yeah.
like Dad would come back from Canadian Tire. I'd take the Canadian Tire money. And then I would save up and you'd buy parts for your bike. That's what you did with it as a kid.
That's true.
Right?
Well, I mean, it'd be kind of difficult to buy tires for your car with it if you were only a kid. I mean, not impossible. There's nothing technically in the law stating you can't own a car. It's just
You just can't drive it.
you just can't drive on a public road. So,
Mike was going to email it to me for a purchase of stickers. Mike, you can email me photos. And then you sound like those scam places that people like that hire you and then go, we're going to send you a check to buy a computer. Yeah.
the check's going to be 3 times as much as you need, but you could refund us the rest.
Check, please.
Cass was saying when I was a kid, we saved all the Canadian Tire money for Christmas gifts. Yeah, I see. It was Mom and Dad just gave it to me, so it was like use it for something because they still bought my Christmas gifts at the time. So I just used it to buy my bike stuff. But that
Bike stuff.
That was not yesterday either.
It was the day before.
Yeah.
Or as they say, well, some people say yesteryear. I guess you'd say yestermillennia.
Oh, shut up, would you? All of us in the 70s and 80s saved our money for BMX bike purchase. Yeah.
Oh my God. That reminded me of something so funny.
Mike's gonna pull the money out and send a video. Still worthless.
You could photocopy it and send it if you want.
Well,
Yeah. That was like somebody. I was working at a gas station once, and they came in and said, "Can I get 4 5s for this 20?" And I'm like, "Sure." And then I looked at it and I thought, "This doesn't look right," and I unfolded it, with the blank side facing me.
oh, nice.
It was a color photocopy, but only one side.
Well, it's difficult to get them to line up on each side.
So then they said, "Oh, they must have gave me a fake 20 at the gas station up the road." I went, "Yeah, you might want to take it back to them." And then I called the gas station up the road, going, "Hey guys, heads up from us."
Yeah,
They're
if someone
coming
comes
with
in
a fake
asking
money.
to change, don't give them.
Yeah, just unfold the bill. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Just unfold the bill and look where the bottom.
Also, the gas station up the road must have excuse is always a fake, because if you're in a gas station, why would you have gone to the one up the road?
Yeah. Why didn't you ask for change there? All right, folks. On that note, I'm going to sit here and cry about this motherboard. While I eat supper. So that's my.
What if I want 5 4s instead of 4 5s?
We don't have a $4 bill, so can't get that.
That's loony.
Oh, I can give you 20 loonies.
I'll take 20 loonies.
Okay. All right. Get ready for work. All right, Mike, have a good night at work. But yeah, I want to thank everybody who has joined me. We have Frederick, Dana, Socket Winch, Sloopy, Mark. Thanks everybody, and thanks everybody for watching. You know who you are. And yeah, on that note, I might be streaming this weekend. I see that both Big Bad Biologist and Eric isn't streaming, and the first stream is like at 6 o'clock, so I could do like an 8-hour stream. Yeah, that was my thought too. I counted the hours and I went, I'm not going from 9 to 6. No, just no.
Oh, come on.
You know
Be
what you
fun.
can do instead is 2 p.m. Saturday Eastern U.S. time and Canada. Watch the Coco Nation live.
Hey, listen. I might actually go longer than the Coco Nation's news section. Just the news section if I do 8 hours.
Just might.
I just might. But yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. Francois said I only see 2 likes, so smash
I already
that
liked
like
it.
button.
That was me and Francois, I guess.
There you go. All right, folks. Have a great night, and see you at the next one. Bye.
Bye.